We are in season 4. Guys, it's episode number 5 already. We've done this for 5 weeks already, guys. What's happening?
Crazy.
Yo, what's going on?
Absolutely,
what's going on, everybody?
Let's keep this thing going.
Keep it rolling.
That's it.
Big one today.
That's right.
Big one.
Big one
What's
today.
What's so big about it?
Man, it's
What's
a
so big
rival
about it?
game. It's a rival
So
game
what?
today, man.
So what? We're talking about, come on, man. We're talking about, here we go again, the Commanders. Come on, stop.
Talking about
It's not,
rivals.
it's not that big. It's
They stopped their undefeated record last year. I was a little pissed off about that.
Okay, all right, but they're the same old Commanders. Come on, I mean they're like another 1-2 years out. They're fine. We're fine. Come on.
Well, we had a great guest waiting in the background, so let's get going here. We're going to introduce the normal crew as always. This first guy, when he's on the show, he often acts up. That is at least when he does decide to show up. Say hi to Jermaine, everybody.
What's up, fellas? What's
Oh,
going
wow.
on?
Yeah, he's here. Yeah, Jermaine. How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Been a long time.
Yeah. I'm good. All right. Let me turn this phone off.
All right, this second guy, there are some 40s that need to put on a skirt. The first one being Debo, as often as he gets hurt. What up, Mike? What's happening?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
My man always is hurt. They're saying he's gonna play today. Possibly, it's a game time decision, so we'll see. But yeah, man, he can't go a season without missing a game or two.
Right.
Well, he's going to be one hit away today.
Oh, boy. Here he goes. He saw something last week, and he's riding it. Dre's riding it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Him and his Cardinals.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jay, when he talks with Jermaine on the show, it can often get tense, especially around the events. What up, Trey? What's happening?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Yeah. I don't know. That Dallas defense is frauds. I should put that on my name. Right there.
Oh, man. Don't start with Jermaine on that. You know?
Yeah. They're frauds.
All right. Now, we got a guest today. I feel bad bringing on a Commanders fan. I mean, come on. Really, it's the Commanders. I mean, what are you going to do? But,
Why do you feel bad?
It's like they never have anything good going on.
Like, because if the shoe was on the other foot, this guest would have been tearing us apart.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Stop.
I mean, I compared it last time to being in Siberia, like when you get somebody wants to get hired. I know he's going to give me crap about that when he comes on, but all right, let's bring this guy in. He's a Commanders fan and should know by now to just throw in the towel, especially with a quarterback turnover machine like Sam Howell. Tony, everybody. What up, Tony?
What's up, Tony?
Thank you, Sal. Thank you. That was a good intro.
How's that for an intro, Tony?
That was good.
Yeah,
That was good. Good morning, guys.
What's
Thanks
up,
for-
Tony?
What's up, Tony?
Thanks
What's up,
for having me on here.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, I think Jermaine came to my rescue there. She was on the other foot. I
If the
appreciate
shoe was
that.
on the other foot, come on, man. I can't be feeling sorry for anybody, man. The shoe was on the other foot. He'd have ran with it. Tony, I know you would have. You'd have ran with it.
I'll say the nice thing is about Siberia is that we got a new owner.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So it's all uphill. It's all looking good from here.
You have found the promised land.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I was going to say, Tony, let's get this out of the way right away. What's new?
Wow.
Well, God, Christmas morning came early or July with the new owner, Josh Harris, right? I mean, that's I've been praying my whole life, and that was a big day for all of DC.
Yeah.
Any Redskins, Teamers, Commanders fans. I mean, that you needed to start at the top if this team was ever going to improve on and off the field.
Right.
And I like Josh Harris. I mean, it seems like he's brought a lot of different minority partners to the table, exposing different people to the NFL. And I mean, has some experience in owning teams. You guys know with the Sixers and the Devils, you got an experienced team owner. So I like some of the changes he's already implemented. They put some money into FedEx Field, which is the worst stadium in the NFL right now. But I like the direction the team is trending, and got a brighter future than I think we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Tony. I mean,
definitely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's just, I mean, then, you always got to say, where did Josh Harris is from? He's from Philadelphia. So you got a little bit of Philadelphia blood running in you.
Hey, that's fine.
It's a Philly thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So we don't mind if you put that Eagles emblem behind, you know what I mean, on one of your walls saying, hey,
Well, he did bring Joel Embiid to week 1. So I don't know if where his allegiances truly lie nowadays.
I'm not happy about that. It's like, come on.
I thought it was cool. I mean, maybe if you're a diehard Sixers fan, that's not what you want to see, but
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No fantasy.
You don't want to bring up, Joel Embiid right now because he can't win a championship. Or Ben Simmons, you don't want to bring him up either. So,
Hey, Sixers are in better shape than the Wizards, guys. So you got that.
Not by much.
That's not a lot being said
right there, Tony.
Yeah. James Harden, who doesn't want to play here.
Right, James Harden, he's still on the roster.
That's crazy. Let's talk about this rivalry. We'll start out with this. Tony, this has been a big rivalry. Last year Washington, it was like they won the Super Bowl, man. When they beat the Eagles, they were flying all down the field. It was like they were throwing confetti, fireworks going off, man. I was like, what is going on here with this team? So, I mean, what is their goal this year? What's the end goal? Just to get better, to make the playoffs? Like, what's the status here?
Well, you're in, Rivera's 4th year of his 5-year plan, right? And I think at this point, with a new owner, everybody's kind of on a wait and see mode. To be honest, I have lower expectations given the difficulties within the division and some of the other NFC teams like the Lions coming into their own. I think it'll be really, really hard for the Commanders to pull off, say, a wild card spot. But I do like some of the things that we've set up for the future. Having Sam Howell as a young quarterback that we need to develop, having Eric Bieniemy in as a new offensive coordinator. I think those things kind of shake up the mold of what we've done in the past. And to be honest, I'm kind of wait and see mode. I mean, last week against the Bills, that was supposed to be like a litmus test of where this team is supposed to be. And, sometimes you get punched in the mouth, and that's exactly what happened. I was at that game, and I was not pretty, to say the least, Sal. So maybe this team isn't as good as we think, but ultimately, I think we play a lot better when our backs are up against the wall. Nobody believes in us. I don't like when there's a lot of hype behind the team. I feel like it gets distracting. I don't think the Eagles have that problem, but it's always been plagued, I think, a lot of the Washington teams. And I mean, looking forward to, a better game called by Eric Bieniemy. I think he's going to be the biggest X factor for the rest of the season. What type of games does he call? What types of plays does he run? Try to utilize Sam Howell to his strengths. And I think you'll see, you look back at the tape, the Bills game was not a great called game, but I like what he did in week 2 against the Broncos, calling kind of a more even game, starting off the run, some of the things that Sam Howell has some strengths with in run, play action, RPOs. But we need to do more of that. I mean, that comes down to it. The synergy between Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy is pretty much what's going to make this team successful for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I agree.
So I have a question, Tony. So with Sam Howell, if the game goes like it was last week with Buffalo, do you put Jacoby Brissett in, or you let Howell kind of still tough it out, the whole way through because the game gets kind of out of hand?
I think, in Howell's, our starting quarterback, but he's really still a rookie. He's only started 4 games. Right. And I think the guy needs time, especially with a new offense, right? Regardless of how bad it gets, he needs those reps, those in-game reps, good or bad, to develop. And I think, like I had just mentioned, his cohesion with Eric Bieniemy, the game that they call, you got to try to support Hal with some of the things he does well. He's struggled. I mean, even back to his UNC days, he's always under pressure, and he doesn't do well. He tends to get himself into pressure situations and then ultimately, not throw the ball away or get out of the pocket fast enough. That's been kind of the knock on him, even through the draft. So even if Hal struggles, I would keep him in there. I mean, that's
okay.
The whole point is you got to develop him. I mean, against the Bills, that they kept getting worse. And I think the only thing you can do is kind of look at the tape and go, okay, what did we do wrong? And how do we move forward? And that's one of the things I like about Hal the most is not just mental and physical toughness, great athlete, accurate, big arm, but he's kind of got that short-term memory, right? He can say, all right, I did this wrong. Let me move forward. I learn from it and I develop. And I think that gives us more potential at the quarterback position than we've had in a long time.
I hear that Kirk Cousins is available.
Bring him back. We should have never let him leave.
Coming back.
Last week, gave up 8 sacks, right?
I think nine sacks, 4 interceptions, and a fumble.
Right. So I'm looking at this more of it comes down, Hal definitely, but to make him better today is that his offensive line's got to stop our front four. That's just the bottom line. To me, it's going to come down to who's going to be better, the O-line or the defensive line, and both sides. Like the Eagles, with Johnson and Kelsey and all them, they really got to put the wall up for Hurts to really get the ball out. You know what I mean? And to me, I think it's going to come down to Washington's front line versus ours. So that's how I see the game, really.
Eagles are 6th in the league in offense, averaging 385 a game. I mean, that's pretty tough to go against.
Yeah.
I mean, the big picture, the plus side for Washington's D-line is you've got all those first-round draft picks. They're healthy. You're able to cycle through the depth that you have at the D-line position. But you're exactly right. They got to make plays and win the battle in the trenches. I mean, that's going to be a tough game. For our defense. You're going to have to be able to cover Hurts, and I think that'll be one of the keys to the game is that if we can, pressure Hurts a little bit, kind of like what we did last year. I don't think this is the same Commanders team, no offense, guys, but it's also not the same Eagles team.
I was going to say that secondary, because last year you guys were gashing us. I mean, I remember that in the passing game. So
the passing and the running, I think right after that win, in Eagles Stadium, right? Didn't you guys sign Sue and Linval Joseph, kind of shore up the D-line a little bit? And, I listen to Commanders fans on the radio. They're like, oh, it's going to be the same game. We're going to run B-Rob and Gibson right down their throats. It's not going to be like that. I mean, teams haven't had a lot of success against the Eagles D running the ball. Against the Vikings, I think that the Vikings only rushed for about 28 yards. Against Tampa, you're looking at, I think, about 40, 41 yards. That Eagles D is just as tough as Washington's. So it's going to be a challenge for Bieniemy looking as a play caller. Okay, how do I start off this game to get the team in motion a little bit, move the chains, and kind of get into a groove, because that's the only way we're going to be successful. I mean, we can't stall out like we did against the Bills, and shoot, even against the Cardinals or the Broncos, we didn't start off hot. I mean, we kind of almost threw both of those games away, and it was only because the second half defense and a couple things went our way that we were able to win.
I mean, the biggest thing, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Jermaine. Go ahead, man.
I think the biggest thing is if you're going to pass, this is what I'm going to see. You got to get the ball out of his hands quick. You know what I mean? And that's going to be, with screens, slants or whatever, that ball's coming out quick. I mean, there's no need for Hal to be holding on to that ball, especially, when it's passing downs and whatnot. So that's what I'm looking to see. They're going to get that ball out quick. I mean, there's no need for them to be holding it on and whatnot, especially against that front four.
Hal's biggest struggle, like I said, is that he kind of walks himself into pressure. I think PFF has a stat analyzing his time in college where, he was 4th worst among 102 college quarterbacks with pressures to sack ratio. It's 26%. Your average NFL or college quarterback is in the 20s or lower. So he's feeling pressure, and a lot of the times that relates to that turnover. It's gonna. You're exactly right, Jermaine. You've got to have less turnover worthy plays. You've got to get rid of the ball, and even sometimes when the pocket's collapsing, I feel like Sam doesn't feel the pressure. He gets maybe does like a double pump or does a spin, and he turns himself into that pressure. You got to throw the ball away if you're worried about it. He's got to be able to feel in the pocket.
Yeah.
So, Tony, do you? I mean, I'll be honest, but you kind of described Sam a little bit. Do you think these things are fixable? I mean, it almost sounds like a little bit like this is who he is.
That was his big knock. I think it comes down to the pieces you have around him, which is this is probably the best skill position cast of characters the Commanders have had, and probably the best that Hal's had since his second year at UNC. I think it's going to come down to coaching. He's got to learn from his mistakes, and he's only a second-year player. If he was an eighth-year veteran in the league, I would say, this is probably not something you can coach out. But I can't put all of the sacks on him. I think I can attribute, say, 50% to the offensive line and 50% to Hal. I don't think Rivera did enough to build a line to protect a young quarterback, and that will be telling. We get towards the end of the year. How does the center Nick Gates we got from the Giants, or Andrew Wiley, our right tackle we got from Kansas City? How did those free agent acquisitions actually play out? Remains to be seen. I wasn't that impressed with them thus far.
All right, Mike, what you said real fast is I remember Josh Allen. When he came in, he had the same issue. He had to correct himself. So, like you said, is he fixable? Sam could be fixable because I've seen Josh really adjusted.
That's true. Yeah. Brian Dable, I think, really kind of helped. The coach of the Giants. Yeah, I think he really straightened out Josh Allen a lot. You're right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Tony, real fast. Rivera doesn't get this situated or get this cleaned up. How aggressive does the ownership to saying, all right, Rivera, you're on the hot seat this season?
Well, if you ask me what coaches are most likely to get fired before the end of the season, I think Rivera's got to be in the mix. But I think the whole year is really an assessment year for the new ownership group. It depends on Commanders looking at possibly a wild card, because the middle of our schedule is a little bit softer than the first couple weeks we've had. I can't really see Harris making the change mid-season. I mean, could Jack Del Rio or Bieniemy come in as an interim? Sure, and you've got quality guys there, but I think for the most part, it's let it play out and make a decision at the end of the season.
Yeah, and you got to think to yourself, who's better that's out there right now than him? Right? I mean, if you're going to make a change, you got to like somebody better. And there may be, but and going back to the game today and kind of tying into what you guys were saying, I think also it's about he's going to get the ball out quickly. If you can attack the Eagles, their linebackers is one spot you can attack them at. So they might do a lot of short routes across the middle and really attack that linebacking core of the Eagles, which is one of their weak spots right now. They got some injuries there. I didn't like how they lost two of their starting linebackers from last year who I thought were very good. One of them who happened to be on the frauds last week, as Mike put it up there, who had the game-winning interception in the end zone. So, so it's that's the one weakness of the Eagles. The other is, I don't know now. Special teams, Jermaine, your boy Covey. Where's he coming from? He's one of the league leaders now. What is happening with Covey?
That wasn't Covey. I don't know who that was.
Covey's finally waking up. That's your boy. Don't tell me that's my boy. That's your boy, man. Come on, man. You was on him for the MVP for the last season. You know what I mean?
That guy, but he still runs in a straight line.
Yeah, he's trying
to make a cut once in a while, man.
He's got the speed. Once he makes one cut, and then you turn on the Jets. Yeah, nobody's not catching you. But like you said, Sal, you got to make that one cut, or at least a turnaround or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Do a pirouette or something.
We're gonna call him Cut Covey. Cut Covey.
So Tony, you're right, Tony. Like after the Eagles, you guys have the Patriots, and then the Seahawks, the Giants. But two divisional games actually, back the Giants, then the Cowboys, and then you play Miami. So Just
We
looking
got-
at those
You
5
soft.
games.
There's some teams there. I mean, hey, we have the Bears
That's soft at
Thursday
all.
night. We have the
That's
Bears
soft.
Thursday night.
Yeah. The
So
Bears. Yeah.
that'll be a nice W. But you know,
Well,
Bears
yeah,
are a
I
mess.
mean,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just running down through it. Rams, Jets, 49ers, Cowboys,
yeah, I mean the
No.
Jets, not the team that you expected without Rodgers there. I mean, certainly the Niners. I think that's New Year's Eve. That will be a tough game. I mean, maybe
Sorry,
they
it was
don't.
the
it's
Bears. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
it was the
Yeah, no
Bears.
worries.
Yeah.
Hey, I would have liked it the other way. I would have liked to have the Bears and then an extra week and a half to be tuned up for you guys. But hey, if it shakes out this way, we take our licks today and we're ready for the Bears Thursday night. So
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, like Eagles, they don't have a bye week till week 10, so they got a while, but they got some games coming up too. All right, cool. So let's talk about some predictions for today then, gentlemen. We'll go around. Obviously, the Eagles game is the first one. So Mike, let's start with you. Eagles and obviously Washington today.
I gotta take the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Eagles will take it.
All right.
I guess that's me.
Let's do it anyway.
I got to say the Eagles. I mean, that's
Ooh.
gonna be a tough matchup here.
Ooh,
Certainly.
Sound like another Sal.
But you gotta understand though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a real fan right there. And, nothing taken aside because, like I said, Tony, I feel as though because we told another Commanders fan that you're about maybe 1-2 years out to be a dominant force in this, in that division, in that conference. Like you said, you got your owners intact. You got them in place. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm saying about at least another year. You know what I mean? That you're going to be dominant.
Got some pieces, right? You got to develop more.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of things would have to go our way today. You'd have to be perfect on special teams. You'd have to protect Hal. You get your max packages, your extra lineman or your tight end for blocking. And if he gets the ball out early, maybe the offense will score some points, but it's going to be tough.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I know, I get it, but I think you guys are going to put on a better show this week. Against Philly, but I think it's going to, again, like Dre was saying, it's a divisional rival and all that stuff. I mean, they know each other, they don't like each other. Washington got their ass kicked last week and all that stuff. So this is be a perfect time to just, give it to Philly again, like they did last year, but
we're catching you at a bad time, Jermaine, right? That's really what it is, right? DeAndre Swift, 7 yards a carry. You got the D
You got it, but the biggest thing is his health wise. I mean, you're running him so early and all that stuff. Utilize your other backs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? This is what I'm afraid of. Swift is a good guy, but he can't carry this load the whole season. And then all of a sudden now we're back to square one. But at the same time, I tell Sal and Dre, I said, look, this is preseason because they didn't play. They didn't play the whole time in the season. It's like, man, they look sloppy. They do. New England and Minnesota, they look sloppy. Now you're going into the fourth game to see. This is the fourth game of the preseason.
Yeah,
you're going to see a better. You each week it's going to get better, but it's going to be a good game. I feel as though, Tony, it's going to be a good game. Y'all going to come out fighting, but you're still going to come up.
I'll take a moral victory. Eric Bickle and the Junkies, 106.7 The Fan is always big on moral victories, and I'll see it the same way. If we come down to a close game, you guys pull away the fourth quarter. I'll take that. And just a note, Sal, your boy Howie Roseman's done a good job with this roster over the last year. I know.
Thank you, Tony.
I just gotta say,
man,
it was a good show. The man turned on me. The man turned on me. He was going so well.
Tony went downhill from there.
Well, he turned on you,
right?
All right, so we got Tony, Eagles, Mike Eagles, me. I'm gonna say Eagles, like I was saying earlier before. It's gonna be the trenches. I agree with definitely what Jermaine said. I'd like to see a back rotation than just giving Swift the ball 30 times. I'm a little worried about his stamina from what we know in the past with him, and when he played with Detroit. But I really like I'm gonna do a bold prediction. I think Devontae Smith is gonna have a big game today. I do. I think he's gonna have like 2-3 touchdowns and 123 yards. I'm just feeling that today on that side. So I'm taking the Eagles.
That's tough.
All right.
That'll be tough for the secondary there.
Utilize the back rotation. Jermaine, does that mean Rashad Penny?
Yeah, your boy. Why you keep throwing stuff on me, Sal? That is not me. That is not me. All right. He had Rashard Penny, Tony, as what? Comeback player of the year or something like that?
The big ticket free agent.
No, big ticket free agent.
Oh, yeah. And then I posted it on our text thread.
Penny, right?
Yeah.
I
was never
active game one. Yeah.
Penny can't handle that load, but there's some other pieces.
Get cut. And Swift has another good game today. It's like, there's no need to have Penny. He may get cut before this.
Where's Giants killer Boston Scott? I love
he's
that.
Coming back today.
I know,
yeah, he's coming back.
Where is that
he's playing today.
He's coming back.
We
got Gainwell too. But Jermaine, you just remind me of what's his name? Was it Bookwalter? The one with the glass knees? Glass knees. That's what shit Rashad Penny, man.
Glass knees, man. Yeah. One hit wonder.
It's you or Jermaine, Sal, for your picks.
Well, Jermaine, I think the Eagles already, right?
Yeah, I picked the Eagles. Yeah, I picked the Eagles.
All right, but before you pick, wait, Sal, before you pick, you're 1-3 on picking the Eagles. Picking the Eagles, just the Eagles by themselves. You're 1-3. I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, Sal, you're going to get it right one week. All right, so go ahead. You're going to get it right one week.
I am predicting the upset this week. Washington will win. Washington wins this week. It's an upset.
Oh my gosh.
You get it right
Sam Howell, 3 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson, return one.
Hey, Sal, did you? I don't know if you knew about this bet with this record. There's whoever wins this record has the best record gets $500.
Yeah. Well, every time I pick against the Eagles, they win. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, I see your scenario.
But you only have one
for the team. Now.
You only have one.
Keep up the good work.
This was week 1 when you picked the Eagles to beat Detroit. I mean, yeah, is that what it was? No. Who was it we played week 1? I'm sorry.
I pick
New England
every other week against. I pick them to lose every other week. Except one.
My God, that's funny.
That's what I do with the Commanders, Sal. I put money on them. I put money on the opposing team to win, and then I hedge. So if they win, I lose my money. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a real fan right there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I get you.
Trying to stack the deck, my favorite.
Yeah. Right.
All right. What we got next, Sal? What we got next?
Let's talk about the other games today. Baltimore and Cleveland.
Ooh,
dang.
Ooh. I'll go first because I actually like what I saw with Deshaun last week. Actually, the last 2 weeks, he's been playing pretty well. Baltimore, man, they had to grind it out. With what's the name last week?
Colts and loss.
Colts, and the loss. It's at Cleveland. It's a rival game. Cleveland always plays their division tough. Since I'm on that, man, Mike, I do like Jackson, Lamar, but I don't know, man. It's just what I saw last week and stuff, man. I think Cleveland got this game, even though they're down a running back. But did they sign what's the name back?
Kareem Hunt.
They got Kareem Hunt back because Chubbs is out for the season.
Oh yeah.
So, but I am liking. I'm taking on the arm of Deshaun Watson. I'm taking Cleveland.
All right, Tony.
I got to go with Cleveland too, but not necessarily on the arm of Deshaun, but just the Cleveland defense. The defense has played very, very well. I think they're going to be able to contain Lamar, maybe put some pressure on him, cover his options, and I don't think this is going to be your normal Ravens team. Yeah, they're mad that they lost against the Colts last week, but I see Cleveland here, and I like the guy behind Chubb, Jerome Ford. I think
Ford,
Browns are high on him. Remains to be seen, but at home, I'm going to take the Browns. Believe it or not.
All right.
All right, what do you got, bud?
Yeah, I'm taking the L's. The Cleveland Browns. They got the elf on the field. Same reason that Tony said, that defense. Myles Garrett is on a tear, man. I mean,
lights out.
The Titans were trying to do moving 2 tight ends to block them. I mean,
yes,
there's no answer for it right now. And so I think that Cleveland with that defense, Lamar's been, careless with the football. He's had a couple fumbles, I think, in every game so far. He's holding like a loaf of bread. I mean, he'll get better, but right now, I think the Browns are going to take him. The Ravens are just a little weak right now.
Yeah.
All right, Jermaine.
Look, Cleveland they got to show me consistency week in and week out. I mean, yes, you guys, all of you guys are right as far as with that defense. That defense is not, it's lights out. It's lights out. But until I see some consistency with Cleveland, in my mind, Cleveland is always going to be Cleveland. They're going to find a way to do something, and then everybody's going to be scratching their head. It's like, okay, well, why did they do this or why did they do that? So yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore.
Okay, you're going with Baltimore. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Be more.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I'm still not sold on Cleveland. Every year, I'm not sold on Cleveland. I'm not. But I agree with you guys with that defense. That defense is lights out.
And Jermaine,
Myles Garrett started.
You're right, Jermaine, with consistency, because look, there was a Amari Cooper finding last week.
Yeah.
He went off.
Yeah.
So can he do it again with Deshaun's arm?
Can he do it again?
So,
can Deshaun? Yeah. Can Deshaun come? Can he come out again? I mean, it's consistency. That's what I'm looking for.
He said no,
Watson's out.
No,
Watson's out.
Oh, see, I wasn't up to date to that.
Oh,
Deshaun Watson's out.
I did not know that. I thought he was
I
out.
didn't know that either.
All right, well, no, keep your picks. All right,
No, you switched up last week.
It's in ink.
that's brutal.
Jermaine switched up last week.
That is funny.
It's in ink.
Jermaine, I was going to go with you. I was going to go Baltimore just because I'm not sold on Cleveland yet either. But now that shows that in, so I'm going to pick Baltimore on that.
Now Watson's
I'm
out.
still
Oh, my
Cleveland.
God.
I'm still Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
gonna
still
stick with my.
I'm still Cleveland.
I'm gonna stick with my guns.
Hey, look at Tody's eyes. Tody's like, oh.
I don't know.
Oh wait. So Tony, I gotta switch. You gonna switch?
Look at
Are you switching? Because we can't
We got
switch.
Mulligan's
Jermaine
here?
switched
What's
last week.
going on?
All right, yeah.
Get
Let's
up
go
on the
with
news,
Bird.
half. That's
Go
right.
Ravens.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Wait.
I got content on. I haven't seen this come across
Tony-
the crawl yet.
Tony switched to Baltimore.
Yeah,
Mike
without-
staying with Cleveland. I'm staying with Cleveland. Sal, your pick.
I'm going with Baltimore. I was
Easy-
what you
easy
mean.
pick.
I
Okay,
like Cleveland
Baltimore.
from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
Third pick.
Next one, guys. A game that has playoff implications. You ready for this one? Denver, Chicago.
Oh,
Number
yikes.
one pick, right?
Does anybody got a quarter to flip?
Does anyone care? All right. So,
Oh,
Trey,
fans, man takes the Ravens. He takes the Ravens.
All
All
right.
right.
He's taking
All right.
Baltimore as well.
He's
All
taking the
right, that's
Ravens.
cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll
All
fly.
right.
We'll fly with those birds.
Yeah, let us know your picks, guys. Feel free to get them in the chat. Fields 3 touchdowns today.
I don't
Take
think
it easy,
so.
man. You know,
Yeah, I don't
so-
think
All right, so Chicago and Denver.
Chicago and Denver.
Somebody has to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it could be a tie.
Yeah.
0-0.
That
Zero
was
minus
fine.
0.
Zero tie, right?
Honestly, guys, there's really no statistics to talk about. Just they got to get a win, both of them. But I'm leaning more towards Hef says Chicago, but I'm taking Denver, man, because I mean, I'm thinking I'm about to say this really to tell everybody. I really think that Russell Wilson is just a product quarterback, like a project quarterback. Wherever he fit in Seattle, he can't fit nowhere else. And it's a shame because he was an MVP, Super Bowl. To me, it's like you should adjust. I don't care how bad the team is or whatever the coordinator is, whatever. You have that experience to adjust and help out. And if you can't do that, then I'm not giving you no credit. So you got to win today, Russell Wilson. That's just my opinion.
Denver can't
Yeah,
stop anybody.
Denver's defense is bad. Hef's right there. They can't stop anybody. And I'm surprised. How do you not fire Vance Joseph after that game? Clearly, your defense quit.
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
And I can
Thank you.
understand, right? You're sitting there thinking, all right, one game, but clearly the
Thank you.
team quit on
That's
you. Why would he be back?
70 points. 70 points, Tony. I would have, if I was Sean Payton, don't even get on the ball.
Oh.
If they were, don't just stay right here. Yeah, just stay right
Yeah,
here.
give me your
Just-
playbook. I'm throwing that out.
Right there. You got to make a statement. It's like, okay, why are you 70 points? I'd have went right to him and said, look, yeah, like you said, leave your playbook here, stay here. Don't even bother getting on the
So
ball.
Tony,
That's it.
that's Chicago then?
So I am gonna go back to the Broncos. I'll take the Broncos here.
Oh, you're
They-
taking Denver.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I understand. Look, you got punched in the mouth. Similarly, just like the Commanders, right? Similar
Yeah.
situation. You get punched in the mouth. You're mad. Now you got the Bears. You're gonna tear the Bears apart. And I liked Justin Fields in college, but I just don't think he he can read a defense very well. I think he's gotten some protection. I think he's kind of missed some of his open throws. I mean, yeah, they were successful when he ran the ball last year, but that's not what's going on so far. Maybe he gets hotter as the year goes on, but I'm going to go with Denver.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hef says even our Commanders came back from 20 down on Denver.
That's true.
Boy.
That is true.
The Sam Howell Express. All right, Mike, who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Denver. Look, Denver can't stop anybody but the Bears. So,
I like that.
Yeah.
But no, the Bears just have so much dysfunction going on right now. I mean, they are getting St. Brown, Equanimeous St. Brown back today, so I think it's helpful. They had to bench Chase Claypool. He's been active for the game. He's been just a disaster.
Horrible trade.
But it's just so much going on with that team that I just got a feeling that they're going to lose. I think he might be one of the first coaches fired, honestly. I got Denver. I think Denver's just going to rebound.
All right, Jermaine.
Unleash Justin Fields today. You know how Justin Fields ran crazy all over. You know what I mean? Last year, he's going to be running, and he's going to be running, and he's going to be running. This is going to be a Justin Fields day. They do need to get. I mean, where's DJ Moore at? You know what I mean? Where's Mooney at? I mean, geez. I mean, I get it, but I feel as though this is going to be a Justin Fields day. They're just going to be running Justin's going to be running all over the place, just like I did against you, Mike, in fantasy when I picked him up. And he threw a 60 bomber in fantasy. You're like, God damn it, Justin! What the hell?
So bad about that. Yeah.
Cool. We got Chicago.
Yeah, I got the Bears.
He's got the Bears. Huh?
Yeah,
okay.
Like Dre said, flip a damn coin, but it fell on Bear. It fell on the Bears. So.
What you got, Sal?
Yeah. First of all, let me give a shout out to Eugene. Thanks for chiming in, man. Let's go Jets. I agree. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be a Jet by the end of the season. That's my prediction. I think they're going to trade him. But anyway, on this game, if you can call it that, Denver will win this one. I agree with Mike. I don't think they can stop anyone but the Bears. I think there's just too much dysfunction going on. I think the Bears have struggled on that one, and Denver finds a way to win. So, all right. Opposite way, because I think this is a really intriguing matchup from one that's kind of like in the basement, but one that's on the top, and it's going to be really interesting today. Miami and Buffalo. This is a really interesting one. AFC East battle here, and two teams. Like Buffalo's trying to get back into Miami is just on fire. So, Dre, what do you think on this one?
So this is going to be an interesting matchup. If you look at, I was looking at some statistics, and yeah, Miami, crazy, putting up stupid numbers and whatnot and everything, but their defense in the passing is really not that great. Honestly, they're down there. Now you got that going against Diggs, and Josh Allen, but you know how Josh Allen's been getting lately, man. He just wants to throw up some stupid ones and get picks and stuff and everything, but I'm not saying that Buffalo's going to bring Miami, like Miami's going to come down to earth and all that. Like, I'm not going to say it'll be a real tight game. I think this is going to be a shootout, in my opinion. And it's in Buffalo. Man,
that's what. Yeah.
I like Miami. I even said Miami's going to take the division when we had our preseason podcast. I like Mozart. I like Tua. Waddle. Yeah, man, I'm gonna take Miami on this one. I think Miami's gonna.
Next thing you know, Hef's gonna put a message on there. The two is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyreek did good with him out last year. Tyreek was all right, so maybe maybe they continue there.
All right, sounds good. Tony, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Miami too, and I think that Dre, like what you said, the defense I think is underperformed a little bit, maybe in the secondary. I think they're missing Jalen Ramsey, who was going to be a big piece and a big add for them, kind of be that number one corner. And I don't know that they'll get him back until like maybe in December, probably when they play us, of course. But needless to say, I think that this Miami team is rolling on offense, and I think they'll have just enough firepower on the defense to make Buffalo feel a little uncomfortable. Josh Allen hasn't been the same guy when you rattle him a little bit. We did not do a good job at doing that last week. He had plenty of time in the pocket, and when he rolled out, he was able to run for think a total of 50 yards. So
Mm-hmm.
Miami's going to have to contain him, but I think they'll be able to get the job done.
Nice.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami. I think it is going to be a little bit of a shootout. I mean, Josh Allen and offense, especially with Stephon Diggs, can really get going. But yeah, I think Tua is going to play well. Yeah, I got Miami winning this one.
Nice.
All right, and Adam Hefner. I like that. That's a circle. Jermaine, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, you're in Buffalo. I mean, Miami's traveling to Buffalo. I mean, and I feel before I even make my pick. I mean, do you think Sean McDermott is on the hot seat?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I mean,
they lose today.
I mean, geez, I mean, Sean McDermott, is he on the hot seat? I mean, how long has he been there? About what?
6 years?
Yeah, about 6
Him
years.
and the GM.
Mm-hmm.
And this, you're gonna have to make some type of change if this goes way south. As far as the season goes. But
that's true, Jermaine, because even the writings on the wall when what's the name, the defensive coordinator, he said, "I'm out."
Yeah, well, he just left. He just left abruptly.
Yeah.
And Frazier is one of the top.
something-
He's one of the top defensive coordinators in the league.
Yeah.
in the league.
Down goes Frazier.
Something's up with that.
Down goes
Frazier.
But with that being said, I mean, Miami's traveling to Buffalo. It's going to be a good game, like Mike said. I feel as though it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a track meet going up and down the field with Diggs and Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and Gabe and all that, Gabe Davis and all. I just feel I think Buffalo. It's going to be one of those games. I think Buffalo's going to pull it off at the end.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
You got Buffalo. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Eugene's got Miami. He's saying that the coordinator's coming to light. Yeah, he might be right, Eugene, on that one.
Tell Eugene to go. Tell Eugene to go kick rocks.
He
Man.
does.
He don't know what the hell he's talking
He makes
about.
a good point.
He don't know what the hell
He
he's
does
talking
make a good
about.
point.
Freaking Jets fan. Nah, that's my buddy. Yeah, I know Eugene.
I'm about to say, Jermaine, we got to keep our
You're like,
fans. We got to keep our subscribers.
Who's your fan base?
We got to keep our subscribers, Jermaine. Relax.
Yeah, I'm telling our subscribers to kick rocks and all that. And so I was going to say we got to work on our interpersonal skills there. So this is a tough one. I mean, I would say, if it was a little bit colder, Miami may come up and lay an egg. But it's a nice day. It's beautiful here. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be 70 degrees. It is going to be a track meet. I agree with that. I just think Miami's going to have a little too much for Buffalo today. In the end, I think it's going to be close, but I think Miami's going to have a little bit. So I'm going with Miami.
Okay, they're playing in Buffalo. You're in Buffalo? Are you in Buffalo? Because you said it's nice here. I'm just.
Well, I'm in Philly, which is like not that far from Buffalo. So what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
There's
I'm just saying.
There's no lake effect snow.
It's not like I'm down in Georgia here. You know what I mean? I'm not down in South. So
it's gonna be 72 and sunny.
Yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous down there. So.
Yeah.
I will say this is kind of like a changing of the guard kind of for that division.
True.
New England's always dominated that division for years, and New England's finally fallen off. Like, who's taking the throne? And it seemed like Buffalo was going to do it. Then now, the Jets were supposed to be the team to do it, and it looks like Miami is like, the team that's threatening to take over. So this is a big game.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, and of course we wouldn't be remiss without this final game: San Francisco and Arizona, or as Mike likes to call them, the Frauds. Dre, you got some cojones and going to pick the cards here, or what?
He's going to do it. He's lost his mind. Go ahead, Dre.
I lost my mind. Man, I can't wait. If San Fran loses,
oh man!
Okay, hold on. Let's go. Wait, Mike. Let's do our bet. Let's do our bet. I'll do a Zelle Cash or whatever, Cash App, whatever.
Oh man, you stole people money.
Do a bet.
You stole people money, Dre.
Hey,
what are you talking about?
What is this? Monopoly money?
What
is this?
Let's put on Dunkin' Donuts, whatever, $10 down.
All right, we'll do it. Yeah, so, I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
You got Dre. You stick it to your gun.
I'm sticking
Dre, you stick it to your gun.
Look, Arizona showed me that they can play.
Yeah.
They can play. You can laugh all you
Yeah.
want, Jermaine, but what happens any given Sunday? What happened the other week?
But it's not going to be this Sunday, Dre. Come on, man.
Hey,
Let's just think about. We're talking about the
Hey,
Cardinals.
look, man. I'll just say this, man. A sun shines on a dog's ass some every day. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I'm
You're gonna need a
taking
lot of sun,
Arizona.
Dre.
Hey,
This is why I needed the Cowboys
listen,
to step up last week.
listen,
Aside from making me money, I needed them to just not let this happen. If they had won, Dre would have never even
Dre,
he would
that's
never
what I'm
even
saying,
give the
man.
Cardinals
Look,
a chance.
Dallas came in there. They was a 2-touchdown favorite, right? They was a 2-touchdown favorite. They walked in there. It's like, all right, we don't need to get dirty. I mean, they just going to lay down. Do you think that San Fran is not even close? Dallas is not even close to San Fran. You really think that San Fran is going to say
you had Dallas in the top 5, right? So you're saying San Fran was number 1? I thought Eagles were number 1.
Defense.
No, defense.
Look, it's defense, total defense. I'm talking about this game. I'm talking about the game.
I understand that, but but I'm just talking about how. Listen, I was impressed with Dobbs last week. Okay,
with who?
Josh Dobbs.
187 yards and 1 touch. Okay,
but still, man.
Hey, he's only been there 3 weeks.
But hey,
You can't find his jersey.
they stopped. Listen. They stopped Parsons. Michael, you know, they stopped him. The defense. I'm telling you, man. There's no way Dallas should have lost that game last week, right? But Arizona came up and played. Like, they even gashed them down the middle. Wait, stop. They gashed them down the middle, right?
When Dallas came in there,
but you're comparing
3 offensive linemen. You're down 3 starters. That's anybody's.
I don't care.
You're
That's
down
no
3
excuse.
offensive
I don't
linemen.
care.
You got a problem.
Well, offensively, Cowboys couldn't even get 8 times in the red zone. They couldn't score. I'm like, come on, man. Against Arizona? Come on.
I totally agree with
now,
you.
San Fran, listen.
Now, San Fran.
I am.
Now, talk about
all
San
right,
Fran.
I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
San Fran, I like San Fran's defense, and they're better than the Cowboys and all that. But this is a divisional game. I think Arizona's got confidence, and I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Arizona. I'm being bold. I told you I'm a bold pick.
I'm not questioning. No, I am questioning your boldness, but I'm not questioning.
Is Nick Bosa out? Good Lord.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it.
Oh man. Well, from one Commanders fan to another, Hef is saying that, you know, he's changed his Super Bowl predictions from Eagles to Dolphins, Niners. Woo. All right. He's picking on the Eagles now. All right. He's also saying Cowboys aren't as good as everybody thinks they are. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
they are. They are.
So,
no, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I gotta explain myself every week, Tony, because they feel that I'm an undercover Dallas.
You are, Jermaine.
No,
I know the truth.
Take off that jersey. You see that star right there.
This is my 3rd time on the show. I know you are.
Wow,
that's great.
Wow, the disrespect.
That's right. I'm jumping out the window. Half. Got that right.
Tony, who you got?
Tony's pick.
I'll just say this: the best thing leaving FedEx after the Bills loss was walking in the door and seeing Dallas get smashed by Arizona. I got to go with the Niners. I mean, I like Arizona's storyline. I like Josh Dobbs. I follow him on social media. The whole story of him getting signed, throwing the playbook, and say, "Kid, you're starting," is kind of cool. But at the end of the day, it's a nice storyline. The Cardinals aren't really going anywhere. If they win a couple games, I think, Dre, I liked your analogy, but every squirrel finds his nut. I think that's really what it is from last week. And I think San Fran's just going to pound the Cardinals today.
What is this? This is in San Fran,
in San Fran. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Do I even need to ask Mike? I mean, it's just like,
come on now. You know, I'm picking Niners. The only thing I wouldn't do is just, I don't like the spread. They're giving Niners 14 points. I mean, that's a little much, but yeah, for a division game. But look, San Fran, I expect them to stay focused. The goal this year is, look, they want to get home field throughout the playoffs. That was the big thing last year, traveling to Philly. You can't have that happen again. You got to have home field. So I think they're focused. They'll do whatever they got to do to win, even if it's ugly. They'll win.
Right.
And when you said about Debo being injury prone and stuff. I'm just picturing like that old Madden game when you get hit and the ambulance comes out and runs them over. It's like,
or you know what? Or even worse is just keep your shirt on, man. I mean, stop taking your shirt off and showing your coaches, and he's like, oh man, it looks like he's been. Come on, man. Come on, just don't do that. Don't do that, Debo. Just play the game. Shut up and play the game. Keep your shirt on and play the game.
Who gets fired first, Gannon or Mike McCarthy?
Oh,
That's a real question.
Man.
He said, sorry, that wasn't for y'all.
I was gonna say
Eugene.
I think it's going to be. I mean, after that loss last week, yeah, it's definitely. And if you get another one like that, and Dallas has got another one coming that they're going to come up short, and a team they should have beat, they're going to lose. McCarthy's going to. Yeah.
They play New England today.
New England, Dallas. I'm picking New England. Don't count Belichick out. I mean, the genius that he is, you know. So yeah, I'm picking New England over Dallas.
Okay.
Well, and that's when the train. That's when.
Amen to that.
Hef.
Wait, I thought we were talking San Fran here. How do we go to New England?
I'll say one thing.
I brought it up.
But Jermaine, it's really your picks out because we know Jermaine picking San Fran. So you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What do you? Come on, Sal. Who are you picking, man? Don't be with this jackass over here. You know what I mean? Come on. Who are you picking, Sal? Come on, man.
I'm gonna jump out the window with Dre. I think San Fran's gonna do
it.
So
I'm
gonna jump out the window with Dre. I think.
Listen, man. I'm so like. If they win this game, I want us to come on back on the podcast today after that and just lay it down to tell Mike how embarrassing that was.
Mike ain't coming on. If they lose, Mike ain't coming back on.
Mike's going to bed early.
Just leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be injury or something crazy. But other than that,
well, let's not forget Shane knows San Francisco. All right, they played last year. You know, his game plan is
Jonathan Gannon.
Well, both of them, really, Steichen and Gannon, both of them know him. Yeah, they both know him, and the game plan is hurt him, stop McCaffrey. You got Debo out. All you got to do is stack up against, you know, Christian McCaffrey, and you got something. If you can stop McCaffrey, you got Brandon Ayuk, okay, but you know. All right.
I've been watching Brock.
I mean,
Debo opens up the field. Debo opens up the field.
Kittle needs a big game today, I think. So.
Yeah, Kittle's been nowhere, right?
Yeah,
he hasn't had the touchdowns. He's got he's got critical passes. You know, those games, those drive. You know, things keep drives going. Yep. Yeah, but he hasn't had a big game. I mean, a lot of it's just been spreading the ball. You know.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Yeah,
you're right.
He was injured too, so he's still recovering. But I mean, Purdy's been able to spread the ball a little bit. Ayuk's had some good games. Debo had a pretty good game last game, and then the CMC tends to have a big play every game. So it's just health, guys just got to stay healthy.
McCaffrey scored every game since you guys traded for him. He's got that freak going.
Yeah,
machine.
Yeah, you're right.
So G wants to know about this Giants game. Sorry, Jay.
Before the Giants. So after. All our picks, guys. So right now, Mike is in the lead, 12-3. Jermaine is right behind him, 11-4. I'm 9-6, and Sal's 8-7. And Ross, from our guest from last week, Ross was 4-1. So and he was tied with Mike 4-1, and me and Jermaine 3-2, and Sal was 2-3. So Tony, let's see how you do this week, and we'll bring it up next week. But it looks like Mike is on the edge by one win over Jermaine. So
I'll say what?
There's a lot of I picked a lot of stuff against you guys. So yeah, this either put me at the bottom with Sal or put me over the top.
Man.
Sal, we're doing it dirty.
Well, don't forget I pick against the Eagles every week too, because that streak is going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I said 1 week you'll get it right.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna throw this in here. So yeah.
I was gonna say one quick nugget about the Cardinals that I saw. Looks like Kyler Murray is not coming back still. He's So
well, I feel as though if Dobb has a good game against San Fran, they just gonna put Kyler Murray on the shelf. Why? Yeah. Why would you bring him back? I mean, Dobbs is carrying the team and all that stuff. Why would you bring him back?
Just
has he been reading the playbook since he's been injured and reading?
And Jermaine, I was gonna say that's his contract, so just keep him in the film room.
Yeah. Let him keep reading the playbook.
Let me go on my Xbox now, see if he's playing Call of Duty. Right?
Eugene wants to know about the Giants game, but we don't. Who cares?
Sure.
No,
Sure. Bring it on.
Giants are playing Seattle.
Monday night.
Yeah,
that's
Seattle.
a good matchup.
That's another one that like.
Who said it was a good matchup?
I did. I think that's a good matchup. Those both teams are kind of like, especially with both of them signing their quarterbacks as kind of middle of the road. You don't know what you got so far. I think Geno has played, better than Danny Dimes in terms of the whole,
I'm not even entertaining that game. I'm not even turning it on. So
I don't know. The Commanders always make Danny Dimes look like a hero. We just QB spy.
Did you see that play? Why you can see that play? He's running.
Our linebackers can just not contain him for our lives. He always looks like the best quarterback.
Yeah, Giants need this win to be 2-2. So it's that Giants. So
I
don't want them to win. It's our division.
Seattle's got to win that one. Yeah,
I think Seattle's better. I think the Giants have underperformed. The defense is okay, but without Barkley, you start Matt Breida. I mean, come on, it doesn't strike fear in any D lineman's heart.
Yeah, that's right.
Both teams are very much like you don't really know what you got with either one. You don't feel strong. Like Seattle went and laid an egg. What was it in Detroit? And then they came back in Detroit, but they laid the egg against the Rams. And it's like the Rams are not that good. They're Heckle and Jekyll, both teams. So I think I'll go ahead and say that I think the Giants are going to win that one.
Yeah. Well, the X factor. Look, like you said, I totally agree with you, Mike. I totally agree with you. Everything you just said, But the X factor is the coaches. All right, Pete Carroll over Dable. That's just me. So I'm picking the Seahawks.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Hef thinks the Giants are going to beat Seattle by 2 touchdowns. Come on. Hef, come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I said, Hef. I mean, this is Commanders Buffalo game.
Jeez. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this thing up. We'll get some closing thoughts here, and we'll our guest first, Tony. Closing thoughts this week. Quick, 30 seconds or whatever. What do you got?
We need a better showing today in Philly. That's so I'm looking forward from Sam and Eric Bieniemy. Call a good game. Have some pre-snap motion. Utilize your strengths. And Sam, if you're listening, throw the ball away. You feel the pressure. Throw it away.
Yeah. Well, don't be like Sam Darnold. It's like I see
ghosts.
Yeah.
that last interception. That last interception, Tony, last week. That was just like.
Yeah, that was just. I was like, oh my god.
I looked at my dad. It was like 10 minutes left. I said, if Sam throws another pick, we're leaving. And he slings that pick, and we're like, oh, we're out of here. We're gone.
That defensive lineman was like, I got this. He's like,
yeah,
that was it. Sure. That was bad. Trey, closing thoughts.
Philadelphia at the end of this week might be the only undefeated team left. I'm already saying San Fran lost, and I'm saying Miami lost.
Wow.
Oh man,
that's big.
So
I thought you picked Miami.
I did, but I'm just saying, like, my thoughts though is like Philly could be the last undefeated team in the league. Today.
Yeah.
Well,
that's my thoughts.
Not really saying.
We'll see, not if Tony and Hef have anything to say about it.
Keep my fingers crossed there.
That's right. Mike, closing thoughts. I know he's going to have something to say.
Well, I mean, I need to find like the most expensive coffee that Starbucks has. Blue Mountain, Egyptian, whatever.
Egyptian
coffee.
Egyptian
they got that's some foreign. That's what I'm gonna have to find if you can pay for it. Yeah, look, go Niners. I'm all about them. I want to see them continue to build. Want to see Brock Purdy continue to get better. On a side note, I just want to say I was impressed to see Colorado and Deion and the team, everything rebound. They lost yesterday, but they played a really good team, and what looked like was going to be just a massive blowout turned into a really competitive game. And I think they found a star and a receiver, Amarion. So shout out to them. And Dre, I'll send you my order later.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Man.
You got my cell phone number, so I'm just see that
Yeah, I
money in
do.
there.
I do.
You got it.
Yeah, that over yesterday, Mike, was easy money. It was easy money at 73.
Oh yeah.
Man. Jeez. All right, Jermaine, what do you got, man?
This is what I got. I got nothing.
Fly Eagles fly.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Oh man.
Jermaine, we know you know the Cowboys fight song. Come on now.
Oh,
I actually don't know it, but I know you do.
I didn't know they had
It
it.
kind of reminds me of what Russell Simmons says at Def Jam. God bless you and good night.
yeah. My final thoughts are Jalen Hurts has to have a better game today. We really haven't seen him do what he's capable of yet. So we know what he can do. He's actually behind like Sam Howell right now in the quarterback ranking. So overall percentage. So we just need a better game from Hurts today. I just like to see that. We'll see what happens if he can turn it on. Other than that, I want to see that coffee order. That's all I'm saying. I like that.
Drink to coffee. Big guy.
Yeah. Make sure you take a picture,
yeah.
Mike. Make sure you take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And you drink it and everything. You know.
Eugene, the man of
This is good.
I would try a million words, man. Jermaine's like 7-Eleven. His mouth is never closed, man. So this.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
7-Eleven is still in business.
They like DHL.
All right, guys. And if you like our show, we appreciate all the comments, everybody who watched today. Eugene, Half Streams Media. If you haven't seen the All Dressed Up podcast, please tune in. They talk about everything from washing your feet to washing your spleen, whatever. I mean, they talk about a million things on their show. I mean, it gets every day they're washing something.
The
I don't
detox.
know.
Say
Last
Family
week it was
Feud,
their
man. You think on top of
underwear.
your
I
head?
don't know. Every week they
Way to
got
close
this
it out,
thing,
Sal.
you know,
Way to close it out.
If KD's listening, you know, to talk about something else besides washing a body part this week. I'm just saying that on the, you know, on the All Stuff podcast, you know. But if you haven't seen, they do a really good show. They talk about a lot of recent issues and everything. So check them out. We appreciate them. And Eugene
big shout
today,
out to All Dressed Up.
and everybody coming out and watching our show today.
Yeah,
Enough said crew at gmail.com is our email. So let us know what you think. Also, you can follow us on all the major social media channels, X and YouTube. We stream every week at 11 o'clock. So check us out always and make sure you give our posts some love and some likes and add that subscribe into our YouTube channel as well, please. We appreciate that. So, all right, guys. That's right. So we'll have a lot to talk about next week, guys. A lot of things on these games this week is riding on it. So we'll get this straightened out here. And all I'm going to say is to end it. I'm in it for clicks. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Awesome, Tony. Thank you, man, for being on the show.
Thanks, Tony.
Come again, buddy. Come again.
Anytime. Happy to be on. Nice to hang out with you guys.
Go for that moral win.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take moral victories down here.
All right. On the flip side.
All right, y'all. Enjoy Sunday.
Yep.
All right.
Later.
Later.